Hello. Hello, RA. Hello, everybody.
Hey, how's it going? Can you still hear me?
I
I turned my camera off for a second because it's making me be like red. So I'm gonna fix it real quick and I'm gonna pop right back on.
Gotcha. Hello, 13 jurors. Hello, all the addicts that came over. This has been the craziest day ever. I've been tweeting that this has been a complete circus, and I just said something too about having to listen to hours of her nonsense and babbling and bad acting. And then I was so excited for the jury questions because the jury always has the best questions.
Yes.
And then we lose audio. I was so upset. I was so upset.
Okay, I'm trying to fix my camera here. Allow.
We need. Oh, while you're doing that, I have to give my first in. Let's see, my first. Oh, this is my Letitia land.
Look at that cash belly.
We got cash baby. We got cash baby over here.
It's like a man's belly, not a lady's belly.
Yeah. I couldn't find one that looked like a lady's belly, so we went with what we had. But yeah, we got cash baby. We've got the Jehovah's Vampires. We've got Thug Life Letitia, and then of course Michael the Archangel with his arch. So
and pot there.
Yeah. There's more that we have. Like, we did some whole. I have fun with graphics on here. We make light of all the fun stuff, but there's some that we did for all of her fun personalities too. So, but we have our first in the chat today. I think this is like your second time getting your imaginary throne, and so congratulations, you were first in chat. You win your imaginary throne. And then I saw y'all fussing over it. So we also are giving out an imaginary throne to the first non-mod in chat, Shreen. So welcome.
2 thrones in one day. That is
2 thrones in one day. Yes, we had one for I went back and looked at their stuff, and it was funny because they had the debate going about who was first, and then so Shireen said she was the first non-mod that was in, so I had to give her an imaginary throne as well. So that's awesome. So tell me, how's your day been?
Well, my cow has not survived. It's not much of a cow anymore. I mean, it still is squeezable, but it's losing paint at a rapid rate. And especially during this last little bit with the audio not working at the end of court, the jurors' questions.
They're always so good. Yeah, that was hard.
I wanted to hear to see if they were going to sort of tell how they felt about the doctor in the form of the question.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and you can tell if there was a sarcastic question or if there was something just slid in there that would have been awesome. We're going to have to watch for Twitter and see if we can get updates on that and see, exactly what happened. Maybe we'll be able to go over that either tomorrow with Dr. G or maybe on Friday before we begin or something like that. But yeah, frustrating. It's frustrating. Crazy stuff though. What we could hear, what we could watch, what happened. I think I adjusted the color the wrong way, and now I think I just got a spray tan is what I look like.
That's good. Well, you kind of imagine that I got my Florida tan going. So, but actually, I think my lights kind of washed me out. So,
maybe
I kind of
a light or something.
Yeah, I think I have it. It's like right on the other side. Well, I also have my shades open too, and it's still light out there. So everything's washing me out. But that's okay.
Well, I guess we got light here too, but I've got all my shades drawn. I'm just looking through just little notes I scribbled throughout the days of what I could hear, because the last video was the toughest to hear. It was the worst.
Yeah.
It was facing away from the microphone, so we could hear a little bit, the doctor a little bit better, but her voice is awful as well as far as recording purposes go.
Yeah.
But the point where she was talking about she has special powers and she's got muscles and she can do anything, and it was good. Do you think this is a joke? Is it this a joke to you?
That was ridiculous. And then the whole thing about her, I'm a trained killer. This is what I do. Oh my gosh. It's like bad acting in like it was so bad. It was so hard to watch. I thought
She
your
has
joke was pretty
power.
funny though
She's
when he said something about the when the judge said there's no these aren't actors, and you're like, well, okay, there's one actor.
She's one. She's not a good one,
Not
but
one.
yeah, she has special powers, but she's not perfect. She's like she said earlier before that she was talking about how I think she was still being Maria at the time, and she was saying I take over, anytime she needs help, anytime I get her out of trouble. I've saved her so many times. You guys are jumping all over me. I've saved her so many times. I make one mistake, and you guys are like, you just discount all the good I've done in life.
Oh my
The one
gosh.
mistake being, shooting Gannon or
Yeah.
killing Gannon. She says shooting in that case because she says she shot the bad guy in the cape, and she didn't know it was Gannon, and she's like, I didn't know at the time. But when do you figure out? No, I didn't know. It's like, well, now you do. When did you find out?
That was ridiculous. I had a hard time with because it was like you said, like you can pick up little bits and pieces of it. Hello, I'm trying to acknowledge. I've had a few new members join too. Hello, Tony Schiff. I'm trying to make sure I say hi. Sometimes the stream stuff on StreamYard, I miss it, so I'm trying to make sure that I scroll up and say everybody. But the thing about what was she saying? Maria doesn't like cats. Is that what she said?
Maria doesn't like cats. She is not a cat lady, and she doesn't know why. She just doesn't. It's just no cats. It's like no cape, no cats.
Oh, it was hard to watch. Yesterday when everything started though, that was, hi, welcome, Kaylee May. Thank you for joining. Yesterday was kind of a trip because I was watching, I missed most of it because I was with my mom all day. So when I got home, I caught the very end of your stream. Like, I think I just got to see like the cross right before I started my stuff. So I didn't get to see all of it. So I woke up this morning and finished that before I got on your stuff. So I was watching that, and it was already hard on some parts to watch. The part where he said, where he was pointing out that she wasn't licensed wasn't able to in Colorado, and he asked her, he said something about legally insane being a high bar, and she's like, well, it depends on the jurisdiction. And he said, well, I was wanting to talk to you about the jurisdiction of Colorado, but I can't, can I? And I was like, oh.
Yeah, no objection there. There were a couple times where there were some remarks that probably could have been objected to, and the judge would have sustained, saying, hey, those little jabs, that's not appropriate in court. But he was getting, and I think the judge secretly was just clapping, just like, get her time thing. Because he's up with this witness. Look at all that he's had to put up with her basically being deemed an expert in court, and not understanding the rules of court for evidence of basically possibly committing perjury, saying, no, I don't have any documents. And then, I've got them here in my bag. And he's all being late over and over and sort of just doing their own thing. This judge was not a fan of Dr. Lewis.
No.
My favorite, I think the second to last video was probably my favorite part. Letitia's doing her Russian accent, right? And she's, it's awful. She's not consistent on how she does her accent. And I can't even fake an accent. I can maybe quote a movie line or two, but something the doctor had said had triggered Letitia. Something like, something about, but what about me type thing. And she says, are you a threat? But she says it like tret.
Yeah.
And the doctor's like, a what? And she's like, a threat. And she says, am I dirt? Threat. And the doctor's like, oh, threat. And then she goes back into the Russian accent, but the threat part was just perfectly pronounced without any accent at all.
Oh my gosh.
It was so
hilarious.
And we didn't need a Russian translator after all, because there was nothing Russian that happened today.
No, I was telling my stream last night, I was like, I might have to go. There's a Russian lady who lives on the first floor of my condos, and I was like, I might have to go watch this with her so that she can tell me, if this is actually something that's happening. But no need. We didn't need to.
I tell you, if this paper ever gets found somewhere by somebody, I'm in big trouble just with what I wrote down from notes today. It is so bad. Oh, the thing that bugs me, as the doctor said so many times, you can't have retroactive malingering, right?
Right.
And she's like, you can't prove, and what she's saying is you can't go back in time and say and create symptoms that would show that that the things you would need to support this. And I agree with her 100%. I'm like, yeah, you can't because there's nothing there. right? There's
Right.
nothing there showing that she had any of these symptoms before, and you're picking up these little tiny, and I mean slivers of information from history, like one little comment saying she didn't like her name and she wanted to be called Maria. Oh, guess what? We've got another personality right here.
Right. Yeah.
And then ignore anything else the family says. Anything where they say
Yeah.
she has never in her life ever referred to herself by another name, signed her name a different way. Any of that is true. She never talked in a Spanish accent or a Russian accent, but she'll pick that little piece out and be like, look, there it is.
Yeah.
We've got the idea.
And that's the thing too, is like everybody that knows her has said that she's never talked in another accent. She's never done any of this. And then you get her in a room with the one person who she's relying on to, co-sign on this mess for her. And then all of a sudden it's like she's changing channels and she's like, oh, you want another one? Hold on. Let me slouch over for a minute. And here's
my neck here and
yeah,
here's little Lucia.
ridiculous. I do for my stream at night. We've gotten to where we pick fun of Letitia, so I'll do my Letitia hair a lot of times on the stream at night. So I've done the thing with the two things up here, and then I've done the one weird one with the two tentacles here, and I've done the hair curtain and all that stuff. So I saw that one on the video today. I was like, dang, my people are gonna be wanting that uncomfortable hair again. It gets so big sometimes that and they'll do hair watch. I'll see them in chat doing hair watch before we start, but hers gets so big I'm not gonna be able to fit my headphones on. But I saw that today and I was like, oh, different hair for different personality.
Hey Brandy, I hope you don't mind. I brought my burner phone with me and I actually just connected to somebody on the burner phone.
Oh yes, I love that. Yes.
All right. Hey, this is Recovery Addict and Brandy. Who's on the line?
Hey, Mr. R.A., this here's Ricky.
Ricky, Brandy, can you hear it?
Hey, Ricky.
Hey, little lady. I just want to say howdy to you real quick.
Oh, I'm glad you did. Howdy.
Well, gosh dog, I mean, you got a good channel going on here, and Mr. R.A.'s got about the best one about the countryside.
Yes.
I'll pay you later.
Oh, well, I tell you what, just buy me a hamburger and we'll call it even.
We'll do it. Thank you. Ricky, did you send me some pictures of horses and tractor today? Was that you?
Yeah, sure. Awesome. My dog's on top of my tractor there.
That's the one.
That's the reason why I sent you that one.
Sounds good. We might share those tomorrow if you're okay with that.
Oh, heck no, y'all go right on ahead.
Awesome. Thank you, Ricky.
But I just want to just say hi to little Miss Brandy right yonder.
Hi.
Just let her know I love her.
All right, we all do. She does such an amazing job. She's just awesome.
Yeah. Now she's got to record that, get her done.
Feel free to steal that from any of the live streams, Randy, if you need that audio clip.
Yeah, I'll have to get JT to get it for me. Cool. He handles all my clips.
Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate you, my friend.
Oh, heck. Well, I appreciate y'all letting me cut in real quick.
No, it's awesome. It was good to hear your voice. You've got quite a few fans out here.
Well, thank you, sir.
All right.
Especially when he was singing. Everybody loved him singing.
Bye, Miss Brandy.
Have a good night.
We'll see you. Awesome.
He's so funny. Yeah. And I see Matthew Harris Law is in the chat. Did you see that Matthew Harris Law and Weather Watch, they are both Mr. October.
I saw that. They made the calendar.
In the Trial Daddy's calendar. Yes. He and I updated it for tonight because there's a couple other new additions that were submitted to me. For those of y'all who haven't been in my chat, we have a little bit of fun with some stuff, and we had people were submitting. It started with hot cops in the trials, and then it became just trial daddies. And so anybody good looking in the chats that they've been submitting them to me, we've made a little calendar that we show at the beginning of everything. So, and Weather Watch and Matthew Harris Law, there's a picture of them together, and they made Mr. October. So,
yeah, I'm fine not being in there. They're a good looking bunch. I don't belong, but that looked funny. That picture, that was a selfie when they actually met together. hopefully Ricky's going to get a selfie with Matthew Harris here in the next few days.
I heard that you said he was going to do that on the stream.
I've got Amber calling in. Do you want to talk to Amber a little bit?
Yeah.
Amber, you're on with RA and Brandy. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hello, everybody. I seem to be calling and talking to everybody today.
You've got the number. You've got the secret number.
I have an in, I must admit. Hey, Brandy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm losing my mind after today.
I think we all are.
I think so. I just wanted to give a quick plug to chat real quick because we're not used to this over on Brandy's channel yet. Slow mode has been kicked in, everybody. So if you're getting a message that says you cannot respond for X amount of time, that goes for everybody except for those in green. Members are kind of exempt from slow mode. So please don't think we're singling you out. We're not. It's just we've got 2,000 people in chat right now, and we can't see everything flying by so quick. So if it's timed out, if it's slowed down, it's not singling anybody out. Some of the mods over here on this channel are like, Amber, we get to see what your day is like.
Amber works harder than just about anybody I know. I guess JT is probably the only person who does more than Amber. But
yeah, and I suckered him into joining this one too. He already had a million things going, and I tricked him into joining me here too. So,
well, as soon as he shows up, I'll bail like I did last time. So he's going to miss it again. But,
all right, y'all. That's all I wanted to say because I don't have a buffer command. I'm gonna have to get JT to get a buffer command for the mods over here.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, Amber. Appreciate y'all to do on both
Not
channels.
A problem.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
You.
I'll be in chat.
Bye.
Thanks. And Marilyn Skull just gifted 10 memberships too. So thank you, Marilyn, so much.
Marilyn, that's awesome. I hope everyone who popped over who hasn't hit subscribe button takes just a moment, just to pause for a second. We'll wait and just click subscribe. We'd love to see Brandy's channel get over 5,000 tonight. That would be just awesome if we can do that. So bring a friend, go out there, hit your social media channels up, and just let them know that this is the place to be tonight, and let's see if we can bring the house down, so to speak. That would be awesome. Where are you at, by the way, for subscribers? What's your number?
Let me pull it up. I
see 4.89. So that's probably close enough. Anyway.
It's gone up some. Oh yeah, I 4,899 right now because I think it was at like 4,700 or something when I looked last. So it's gone up a little bit. So.
We need 101 more. That's it.
Oh, that's crazy. It's happened very fast. You helped me get to my first 1,000. So.
Well, it was what I had to do to get you on my show. So.
Which is really ironic because I was like, oh no, I can't do live camera. And now
well, I realized not everywhere online is like our show. Our community is not the same as all the communities online. There's many social media, as you're very well aware of, that are not as friendly and can be a little bit vicious. And I think you met some of them early on, unfortunately, before you came on here, and that was sad. And so you're a little gun shy, and I do not blame you. But we had to bribe you a little bit to come on. I'm so glad we did. It was awesome.
Yeah. I am too. It's been a lot of fun. And I love that, it's been nice to be able to get to hang out in your chat during the day and then come and so many of the people that we, interact with during the day come over at night, including you, we'll come over at night and, pop in and out. And so it's a lot of fun. I love our little group. And yes, people are saying, don't cry if I get to 5,000. So my first 2 nights where it finally approved me after forever and ever and ever, the approval process took me forever for some reason, but when they finally did it and I was able to have memberships for the first time, the first 2 nights, I cried like a baby both nights and got real emotional because I was hoping to get like 5 memberships. And the first night it was 156 and I cried like a baby. And the second night,
I saw the cork went in the jar.
Yes.
The cork at 5,000. It's a huge benchmark, but it's
I know. Such a huge deal. So it's really cool. Oh my gosh, it's already at 4,937. So it's already jumped up some.
So close. There are a few of you out there. You know who you are. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button, and you could be like number 5,000, which would be awesome. I see JT's in chat, so I'm not sure where he's working tonight, because I think he is working. He's got something else going on. I can envision him doing his mascot gig right now, and he's got his phone out, and, checking the live stream really quickly. But JT, hang in there, man.
He's always got a million things going on, and I always joke about tricking him into joining, but I literally tricked him. I asked him to help me one night, and then he did, and I was like, okay, so what time are we going to do it tomorrow? So I literally just tricked him into it. But
he is an amazing individual. Both of you guys are. So appreciate both of you. You're awesome.
Thank you, Boogie. This is so sweet. Thank you so much. Happiness
Boogie, that's awesome.
Springs.
Thanks for the kind words.
Thank you. So with the back to Maria and little Lucia and everything else, was there anything that you saw today that surprised you?
Yes, she was not consistent.
No.
She wasn't consistent with prior statements. I guess that shouldn't surprise me, but I was thinking that she would at least require a trigger to bring Maria out, or start doing that. The fact that she could just summon her on command and seem to be very well connected between all the identities, more so than before. She just flowed and could shift back and forth and communicate about the other people very easily. That was a surprise. I think probably the doctor might have led her into that in how she asked her questions, saying, okay, I'm here now. I'd like to talk to Maria, making it look like, it should be easy to switch. And so she's like, oh, okay. And let me pop my head, look around, or shake my hands a few times. And now, hello, hi, don't go. Yeah. It was funny. That surprised me just a little bit.
I tried to do that last night. I tried to do the don't go voice when people would sign off, because, we end up staying out pretty late because we have to wait on the audio to come out and stuff. And so when people go to bed, they'll tell us, and we make it a point to, tell everybody good night. So like we're tucking them in or something. But but we tell everybody good night. And so when people were saying good night last night, we were trying to be like, don't go, and trying to be, but I kept forgetting, and people were telling me I was forgetting to be mean. So I tried to remember.
So I'll let you have this one. Do you have a way to record it?
I don't. That's JT's thing. He handles all that. All that stuff for me. See, yours is so much better than mine.
Don't go. It sounds like possessed is what it is. The first time I heard it, it's like chills. And hearing the doctor do that, the doctor.
Yes.
Goodness. Hear her do a little bit more of that. But possibly you can hear her mimic the Russian accent. That would have been really funny. If she could do that.
Oh, it was that Russian accent. Oh gosh. And I saw because I was waiting on Ivan to say something about it, and I saw him in chat today, and he was like, no, this is not even close. I think it was really funny too when the doctor didn't recognize that man, but it was her son who she knew was in the room.
I don't know who that young man is that drove me to the room and set up the camera and sat next to me throughout the. Yeah, I don't know who he is. Surprise. Yeah, that
doesn't
was
look familiar. Not ringing a bell.
Letitia, we heard one thing that was new today was that Maria could not communicate or could not see the council. Could not see Mr. Tahini and her son or anybody else. She's like, I can't see them. Can't turn my head. I'm focused on you, and that's it. And she's kept that up pretty well. Ignored them until later on when they sort of got under her skin, and she started responding to them directly. It's like you forgot. Suddenly you can see, but she was still looking at the doctor. She's like, I can't turn, but I'm gonna respond to you as if you had said it. And the whole I'm gonna be the medium. What questions would you like me to pass on to Maria as I'm in tune with her spirit type thing. Yeah. Oh man, that was too much for me.
Oh yeah, too much. And then somebody mentioned, I saw it a second ago in chat, that laugh that she did. I can't remember which part of the video it was in. It was towards the end, I think maybe like second to the last or something, maybe third. I can't remember. But when she did that maniacal weird laugh, I was like, what was that? Where did that come from?
I think was that the doctor that did that one, or I can't remember. There was one noise that one of them made, and it seemed a little out of place. As far as the laughter goes, the sound was so bad, and the noise gate and what a noise gate is. Let me see if I can show you what a noise gate is for those that might want to know. Here, just one second. Changing my settings, audio processing. Okay, so if I were to have a fan in the background, I'm going to mimic a fan. It's going to be like, okay, I can turn on a noise gate. Does it go on and off?
Yeah.
Can you hear it? Click on and off. The noise gate, what it will do is it will listen for background audio, and it will say, that's not what we want to hear. And so it'll just tune it down. It'll turn it down. And so all the soft sounds we make, the soft letters, the quiet words, the trailing off at the end of a sentence, sometimes in the laughter is the quieter parts of the laughter and the breathing, that will be cut out by the noise gate as it's trying to just detect the part we want to hear. And so I think a mixture of both it being a crazy situation and a weird laugh, and then that noise gate as well, and a bad audio system made it sound even worse than it was before. Yeah. But it was funny.
Yeah. Because it was so hard to hear so much of it. And then all of a sudden that laugh was like, ah, ha, ha, ha. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. And then I see a question from I Medusa about the son. Yes, I saw this all over Twitter, that her son was taken out because he was on his cell phone again. And this is while we were watching one of the videos, and they removed him from the courtroom and took him out.
And this is the same son, allegedly, that was caught smoking in the boys' room on the break. Not once, but twice in court, and caught on camera in the stairwell. So the son
smoking
apparently
in the boys' room, sneaking in there for the forensic psychology exams, using his cell phone. But I'm wondering if when they escorted him out with his cell phone, she was like, I don't know him. I don't recognize him. It doesn't ring a bell.
Can I just put something out here? I don't want to allege this is happening, but what if this poor lady is being manipulated by her son?
Oh,
When I saw that he was there and that he was a problem and everything, that thought crossed my mind. I'm like, what if there's an awful situation of, elder abuse going on, where she's trying to do what she thinks is right, and he might be sort of controlling her or encouraging her to do things, beyond when she should be testifying in court. That would be awful if that was true. Obviously, I have nothing to suspect that, other than just it crossed my mind, and I hope that's not the case.
I hope so, but she seems kind of. I don't want to say easy to manipulate, because I don't want to ever think that about somebody. But at the same time, for the fact that Letitia is telling her all this stuff and she's just taking it at face value is a little bit concerning, because, the stuff that she's telling her makes no sense, and it'll be the most random things. And then she takes it as pure fact. And so it's like, if you can believe some of this stuff that has no kind of, foundation, then you might be able to be manipulated by. If you can be manipulated by Letitia, then you could be manipulated by your kid.
That was sad. It's almost like her chosen profession, her focus with DID. That's her thing, right? That's her baby. It almost is the reason why she may come across as gullible. Because every time somebody switches to something else or starts lying, instead of saying, is that true? Which is what the average person would weigh, this information and say, I don't know, I think this doesn't sound right. I think it's a lie. Instead, she says, what person is this? Who is talking now? And so she's almost conditioned herself to say, everything I'm hearing is true based on this person's experience, this alternate reality, and nothing's a lie anymore. There's no lie that of Letitia. And we know that that's not true. We've heard tape and things, but that just fake you is awful.
Yeah. And I know that your chat was going crazy today, because there were so many people in there, but also because there were so many crazy things going on. So I'm glad you brought the burner phone, because I know that there were a lot of people who were hoping to get questions in. So anybody else who has questions or comments or anything.
We can post the burner phone in here on the number here on the screen here if you want. If you have, I don't know it. I don't call it ever. I'm worried that if I start typing it, I'll type in like my actual phone number, and then I'll have to get a new phone as it goes out on the internet, and who knows who's going to do what with it.
Okay, what is that?
801-513-1160.
Okay, I think this is my first time making one of these because normally, look, I did it.
Awesome.
Normally, I have JT do all that stuff. I can't. The technical stuff ain't my thing.
You did great. That was awesome. I'm going to have to figure out how you did that. Yeah, so we'll take calls on the burner phone if that works. I do apologize because of how I've got the system rigged. The people who call in, you're going to be a little bit quieter to them than I am. But if I turn it up, it starts to give some feedback. I actually have an audio loop in my system, which is not good. It's a bad thing. But I've found the levels where it's acceptable. So
gotcha.
It's just what we have to do to make StreamYard work. But okay.
I'm trying to read the comments too. I've missed so many of them, and I'm trying to answer what we can.
Oops. There's an echo. They're saying. Okay, let's see.
Call from misbehavior to press 1.
Hey, I missed the name. Who am I speaking with?
This is Misbehavior.
Misbehaving? How are you doing, Misbehaving?
Yeah. Hey, how are you? This is my first time with Brandy. I came over after you ended your show. And so, hey, everyone, it's my first time on the channel. My question for you guys, and maybe I missed it because I cannot stand listening to that doctor being in healthcare. Like, she just, I don't know. I couldn't stand listening to her. But what was her reasoning for Letitia being able to tell all of those lies and go totally out her way to hide the fact that she murdered Gannon? Like, Letitia was doing that, Maria wasn't. So did she give a specification for why Letitia did that? Or did I miss it? Does anyone know?
Well, I heard her say something about how the personality who did it was Maria, and she knew there was nothing wrong with it, but Maria thought other people would think something was wrong with it. So to me, that kind of cancels out everything about, because if you're doing something because you don't think it's wrong, then you're going to be like, yes, this needed to be done and I got it done. You know, as Ricky would say, get her done. It's done. So the fact that she was saying that the reason she hid everything is because Maria, you know, would have thought everybody else was doing it wrong, to me, that right there in itself says, you know, not insane that she knew right from wrong.
Right. It's impossible for her to have been insane because she went out of her way to hide something. And if she were protecting the family, it would be justified that she killed someone who was attempting, that she that. Just keep it a question.
All right. Very much. Misbehave.
Thanks.
Okay, Brandy, I've adjusted your audio a little bit on my side. Is there, can you talk one more time?
Talking, testing. Brenda, I thought so too, but my degree is psychology, not psychiatry, so I'm not an expert, but I think that heifer is nuts, but she is totally sane.
Phone's ringing again.
Call from
Wayne Gilbert.
Wayne Gilbert, how are you doing this evening?
Good. How you doing, RA?
Fabulous. You're on with Brandy as well. What's on your mind?
Oh, hi, Eddie.
Hi.
I'm on with both of you guys. Listen, this may go against the grain of everything that's going on with Letitia. Okay, and I know people in chat are probably going to blame me, but I just like to speak my heart. And I know you don't like the religious part of it and the politician part of it, so I'll try not to do the religious part of it too much. I realize this is an awful thing that she did. Mm-hmm. Terrible thing that she has done. But I also have this part in my heart that, you know, everybody can be forgiven. You know what I mean? Paul was the worst of the worst in the scriptures. and God saved him. Now, I'm just hoping that one day in her life, because I believe she's going to be found guilty, but I'm hoping that one day in her lifetime, when she's in jail, that she truly gives her heart over to God. Now, I don't think any of us will ever believe it, because it's hard for us to believe anything that comes out of her mouth. It would have to just be between her and God. So that's all I just really want to say. I want her in jail, and she should pay for what she did to that poor young boy, Gannon. My goodness. I'm a hard type man, but I have shed many tears. I remember Brandy's, I think it was one of her first videos that she did, when she couldn't even get through it.
Yeah.
I remember that, when she couldn't get through when she gives her I guess you could say that word, I'm not educated, synopsis.
Yep.
When she started doing the synopsis of the videos, and she couldn't even get through it, thinking about that sweet boy,
Yeah.
That's all I had to say. I really enjoy you and Brandy. I enjoy your channels, and God bless you. And I really want to see you guys grow leaps and bounds, both of your channels.
Awesome. Thank
God
you so
bless
much.
you.
Appreciate you. Have a great
Thank
night.
you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
And it has grown. I'm at 4,999.
Problem. Are you still? I'm not sure if I can hear you.
Are you there?
Brandy, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Are you taking it? Okay, there you are.
Yeah, I have 4,999.
Hey. Phone's ringing. Let's see who's
Call
on the phone.
from
One more call.
Joanne.
Hey, Joanne, this is Recovery Addict and Brandy, a little quieter. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. It's so nice to be with both of you after the craziness today. I just wanted to say that I feel so badly for Dr. Lewis. She's an elderly woman. And at some point, I don't know if you've been at this point, but, there was a time we had to take my dad's keys away from him and tell him he couldn't drive anymore. Those are really hard things to do, but it wasn't safe for him. And we had to make those decisions. He was a professor. He was a wonderful man, the greatest man, I've never met anyone else like him. But he didn't even live to be in his 80s, but in his late 70s, we had to really reel him in all over the place. And so what I'm trying to say is this woman is a pioneer. The work that she did in her youth is so important. The courage that it took to go into these prisons and to these troubled, violent, to dress these troubled, violent children, the interest there. I have so much respect for the work that she has done and what she's dedicated her life to. She's at a point now where she's just had to defend her work. No one really buys this. She's very defensive. She just shouldn't be there. And I blame the defense attorneys and her family for allowing this to happen and for her legacy to be absolutely destroyed. She deserves credit for the work that she's done in her life. And this should not have been allowed to go on.
You feel like she should be able to enjoy her golden years without this being like tarnishing her legacy. And whether or not you agree with her, with what she's done.
It's destroyed her. Yeah.
I'm
she's
with
only
you.
been on a few high-profile trials, and that was a long time ago. One time, I can't remember which one, but she stand for weeks. And she was very, but she hasn't done this in a long time. It's just totally out of line. These backpack lawyer and the other one, Boots, should have, they could have inquired about her and moved on. Yeah. She's clearly not up to this. And it was just a terrible thing to watch. It was like elder abuse.
Yeah.
But I thought Attorney, Dave Young did a great job. I thought he was very respectful. I think he did exactly what he had to do in the most respectful fashion possible. But I definitely, it's boots and backpacks that are to blame. And her children. He has 2 adult children that need to say, come on, Mom, we'll go do this. And
I'm with you, very much.
Terrible that this was allowed to happen. And one last thing I wanted to say, I listened to the trial. I don't necessarily watch it, but while I'm working, I'm listening. And Dave Young sounds exactly like Jed Bartlett from West Wing. Did either of you watch West Wing?
Oh, man.
I've never seen it.
It's been a long time. That's the president's. It's the White House sitcom.
Is it Michael Sheehan? Sheehan.
I'd have to go back and listen to it. I can't recall off the top of my head.
Yes, and Backpack sounds exactly like Josh Lyman. It's uncanny, but I think if you watched it, you would recognize. But thank you for listening to me. I had to get that out because I don't feel like anybody is recognizing the contribution that he has made, the research he has done. And one last thing, my mother had agoraphobia. She didn't leave the house for 30 years. I mean, she didn't come into my showers and things like that. But when it first started happening, she was in Boston, Mass General. She was in Mass General, and it was 50 years ago, and she's having panic attacks. And they gave her exploratory surgery. They opened her stomach to this big purple scar down her belly. So years ago, doing surgery, exploratory surgery, panic attacks. So that just, look at how far we've come in 50 years. Another 50 years, we will be saying, oh, people do have logos. I don't know what they'll be saying. We don't know. But it's people like Dr. Lewis who takes the chance, who has the courage, do research, have an open mind. She's just well past that now. She just shouldn't have been allowed to do this. So thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, Brandy, I'm going to turn the phone down for just a little minute because something happened during that last call. Something happened on my screen. Number changed. Did it change on your side as well?
Yeah.
What happened, Brandy? What happened?
You're going to make me cry again. I hit 5,000.
That's 5,000 people clapping for you, Brandy. That is awesome. That is just awesome. You guys are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, y'all are the best. It's so crazy. I mean, I started this, I think my first video is about 2 months ago, and it was literally me. It was my first YouTube video, and it's me like looking at, it's about 40 seconds of me looking at the screen, confused, not knowing what the heck is going on. And yeah, everybody's asking, is she crying yet?
Please never delete that. Please never delete that. Seriously, you're going to wish you kept it. And looking back, obviously you'll be able to look at that and laugh. You'll be mortified like I am with all my first ones as well. But we are so excited for you. This is awesome. And thank you to everybody who's made this possible for Brandy and JT. This channel is going to go far, much farther than I've gone. You're going to do an amazing job.
Yeah, thank y'all so much. I'll add the cork. I can't add it right now. I have to go get more wine from the wine cellar downstairs. I have to go get more wine. I don't even have any right now. I'll have to send my kid to go get some.
I had a couple people tell me that there's an echo on your end, and I think it was caused by me. I've rerouted your audio, all without saying anything. Hopefully it's better now. Let's see. We've got a call from Arlington, Virginia. Who would that be? Hold on just one second.
Send a voicemail. Press.
Hey, this is Recovery Addict and Brandy. How are you doing?
Hey, guys, it's Phil, TLIO Toy.
Hey, how's it going? You're a big man on Twitter. You know that?
Oh, no, I get lucky once in a while. Usually when I'm mentioning Recovery Addict, because I use your clips all the time.
Awesome.
But I love this after show you guys are doing. Awesome concept. Very cool. Quick question. I cannot stop thinking about the fire at the house and it's very hard to get burned by a candle. Do you think she used some kind of accelerant on Gannon? Because how else can you get that bad of a fire? And is that why she cut out the carpet to get rid of the evidence of that? I have a feeling she was trying to make the whole house go up with Gannon included. I'm just wondering if you guys had a thought on that fire.
I would say there's definitely more to that story than what Letitia told us, for starters. I don't know about the accelerant part. I think my personal take is that whether the fire was started by Gannon or not is still in question in my mind. But I think Letitia's efforts regarding the fire were not to put it out so much as to burn Gannon. I think that was her goal.
Yeah. Which doesn't make sense. I can't find, with a lot of the things I know that she does, nothing makes sense. But normally I can, with all of her stories that don't make sense, I at least know why she's throwing it out there and hoping it sticks. But with this one, I cannot for the life of me think about what, unless it was just her being horrible. I can't think of why or what reason there would be. I hate it. I hate it for him. That video of him when he's crying.
Horrible.
Oh, his little voice. That was hard.
Oh, I know.
Actually,
that one kind of stuck in my mind.
Yeah. That they mentioned one of the callers had mentioned that first video that I did, my first recap, where I was trying to get through it, and I had to stop so often because I was crying because that video touched me so much. And after that, I was like, I'm not going to do this. I can't do it. And I went with some friends to this little restaurant on the bay that does like bingo on Wednesdays or whatever. And I went, and we had the sweetest kid that was, working with us or waiting on our table or whatever. And I asked him what his name was, and he said, my name is Gannon. And I was like, oh, I was like, okay, I guess I'll keep doing the videos. That's my sign that I need to like help tell Gannon's story to the people who, couldn't watch the trial. So, sweet Gannon.
How cool is that? Well, I'll let you guys go. Congrats on 5K, Brandy. We'll see you guys.
Thank you so much. We'll see you.
Thank you.
I've been hanging up on many calls just so they don't interrupt. So I'm not sure how many calls you want to take. If you want to take any more or what you'd like to do as far as your plans. I realize you have audio that might drop from Lori Vallow. Don't they have a trial today?
Yes, I think that live starts in about 15 minutes. So if you have time, we can take another call or two. Okay. If you want to, I've got about 15 minutes.
Good. One's coming in right now. So let's do this.
Call from
Ricky watching.
Ricky, how you doing, my friend? It's almost like we talked to you a minute ago.
Yes, sir. I just thought I'd kind of make y'all smile just a bit.
You do.
And
you got to turn your side down.
Yeah. I got her. But I figured I'd let y'all talk to Ricardo since everybody else is saying there's somebody.
You've got your accent.
So I just want to tell you that I got the peros and I got the, the caballos, she, gosh dog.
Gosh dog. Nailed it.
Anyway, I just want to make y'all laugh right quick, and I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good, Ricky. We'll talk to you again soon.
I mean, by God, I love both.
Oh, Rick,
call. Tammy.
Is this Cammy or Tammy?
Tammy.
Tammy with a T. How are you doing? This is Recovery Addict. You're on with Brandy as well.
Hi. There must be a delay. Let me turn my TV down. Yeah. I had a theory on all of the situation that happened with the burns and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. I think that what happened was she got angry about him having the accident in his pants, and she burned him as a result. And then when she did that video, she was saying, "Did you do it on purpose?" about pooping his pants. And then he was saying he was worried about his burns. I think that the two were separate instances. And I think that she was actually the one abusing him. And she said in one of her interviews that the burns were worse than they should have been.
Yeah, that part, when I first should have been, that's where I thought they were intentional. And it breaks your heart to think that. Also, the other part that it just turned my heart and turns my stomach at the same time when she says that she pulled the blanket and Gannon was wrapped up in the blanket on the ground to put out the fire, and she just kept jumping on it.
Yes, and I believe she did that. Yes, and I think she killed him to cover up what she did to him with burning him and jumping on him.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
It's so sad. I wish that, because there's so many things that could have happened instead. Oh, I hate it.
Oh, for sure. There's no reason why she should have hurt him at all. She could have just walked away. She didn't even need to stay. She could have just left with her daughter and went to Florida.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my 2 cents. I think that it was all calculated. I think that she planned on harming him when nobody was around. It got out of hand, and she had to do the thing of it to cut track. So
that is heartbreaking. I think you're right. It hurts to think that happened, but
it is. So I just pray that jury sees through it like we do, and that she goes to jail for the rest of her life.
Yeah. So
anyway, that was my thoughts on it. I'm just heartbroken over the whole thing, but I can't stop watching because I need to know that Gannon will get justice.
Yeah, I think you will, and we're very close to that. Tammy, thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your thoughts there.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You. Bye. We appreciate you. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Kitty Kirkland. Thank you so much. Y'all have been so great. I appreciate it. And I love all the justice for Gannon stuff and all the blue hearts. And I see them on my Twitter all the time, too. I love that.
Got one more. I don't know this number.
Call from Kuni Core Upple. To accept, press 1.
Hey, this is Recovery Addict from Brandy. Who are we speaking to?
This is Amos.
Amos, how are you doing?
Hi, Amos.
Good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Well.
I'm great. I just wanted to call and congratulate Brandy. You're so beautiful. Your show is so great. Got tonight. Love you guys, both of you.
It's awesome. Brandy does amazing. This is just the beginning. You guys who have been here before she hit 5,000. This is just the very beginning, and it's going to go to the moon. It's going to be awesome. You're going to see this. There'll be offers for her to sell this podcast. It's going to go huge.
Oh my God!
I'm calling it now.
Totally gonna go
it's going to happen. She's going to have people beating down her door saying, "How can we sponsor this? How can we get a piece of this action?" This is amazing. So,
thank you,
both of you. Really.
Yeah. Well,
so congratulations.
Thank you,
That's
Amos.
all.
Thank you so much for calling.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Do you want me to turn the phone off now? Are we good, or you want?
We can. That's up to you. And Ricky Watson gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Ricky Watson. I appreciate that so much.
Someone's saying they sent the questions to a video about jury questions. Oh, here we go. Lizzie Dog sent me a Twitter link. Looks like Mel's saying Amy was in the courtroom on with Ikadmel, called to ask her what the jury questions Dr. Lewis answers. So Ikadmel has that. I can't share that without his permission. But if you want to check out Miss Harmony, MS Harmony 58 is on Twitter, has a link to that. So that's awesome. We'll hear about these soon. So thanks for tagging me on that.
I'm about to look. Let's see if I can. I'm so curious. I was so disappointed because their stuff is always so good.
While you're looking, I'm going to take one more call.
Call from Dodie Sweeney.
Dodie Sweeney, how are you doing this evening?
I'm good. Hi, Brandy.
Hi.
I have 2 questions. What was the reason she stated for her son, Dr. Lewis,
for her son being in the interrogation room with her?
She initially said, first of all, she's like, I don't know who that guy is. And they're like, you don't recognize your son? And she's like, oh, yeah. He was there to run the camera. And he's like, no, someone else was running the camera because the camera stopped after he left the room. What's the real reason? And I did not hear the response on that one. It was sort of choppy and cut out. But it didn't seem normal. He's like, is this standard operating procedure to bring your child to jail? Is it bring your kid to work day? Why would your son be there when there's an attorney? You've got the bailiffs outside the door. You know, you're a professional. Why is your son there? And I did not hear a satisfactory answer to that.
Yeah.
No, that was crazy today. I had another question, and then now I've forgotten it. I knew that was going to happen.
I have to write it down. You need one of these pieces of paper you can scribble everything on.
Yeah.
It works really well.
Yeah. 68 sucks. Start forgetting everything. Okay. Well, if I think of it, I'll type it in somewhere and maybe call you tomorrow or something with it.
Awesome, Dodie. Thank you so much.
You guys have a good night. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. What's JT's schedule like for tonight? Do you know if he's
I think he's got his little mini people with him. So I think he's getting on later. So I'm going to start the Lori Vallow thing without him, and then I think he's jumping on later. So, and I think that starts in about. I love your flask.
It only has water in it, but it says
that's perfect. So
Angie Burr had a question in chat. Do you see that? She's saying, how can LS attorney ask incriminating questions in those interviews without her waiving privilege? Basically, the conversations that go on between you and your attorney are privileged. But when the conversation goes on between you and your attorney and somebody else, like a member of the public or somebody not on the attorney's team, it loses privilege protection. So that's why it happened that way. But really, it was weird that attorney was there anyway for any of that evaluation.
Yeah, and her son, attorney and her son.
Is my audio coming across a little weird for you?
Yeah, it's a little distorted sometimes. Not the whole time. Okay. I thought it might be my end.
I can pop out and pop back in with the work. I can do a quick reset.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you for all the congratulations. I'm seeing them, and I am not good at talking and typing, so I would love to be able to thank each of you individually. I'm so sorry that I can't type that fast, but I see the congratulations, and I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all are the sweetest. And I only cried a little bit, so that's a good thing. Let's see, more questions. Yeah, I love his little flask. That's the best. Thank you so much. The charts are what was it randomly. I didn't even have Twitter, and I put it on Twitter because somebody asked me to, and then all of a sudden it went nuts, and that's why I'm here 2 months later, because Twitter happened. Very strange. But I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Okay, Cajun Kool-Aid. Yes, I will be over there in just a moment. I will see y'all there. For any of y'all who haven't watched the Lori Vallow stuff with us, there's no video. They don't release the video, so we stream the audio. I make graphics to go along with it so we can tell who's on the stand. We have a good time. A lot of the stuff is hard to hear. So, the hard stuff we go through together, and then the ridiculous stuff we go through together and make fun of. So that's coming up next. And look who's back.
Hey,
welcome.
I'm back in 720p instead of 480. The settings changed.
Gotcha.
Is that any better?
Yes. I think it sounds better on my end.
I think my computer just had enough. It's streamed for quite a bit today. And it's just looking to rest. It's like a couple hours is all it needs, and it'll be good.
Yeah,
I'm still This is, wow. Ampersand. It is. By tomorrow, there will be no paint left on it. It's law.
I believe that. Didn't you say the eyes are gone off of it now? Aren't
Yeah,
the eyes, like
are
completely
gone. Here, it's going to focus here. The eyes are gone. The nose is also a little bit worn because I squeeze the nose and sort of just bulges out, and then the paint comes off. The black stays on really good. Sorry about the view, but there's the back end. The udders used to be pink, sort of like the inside of the ears, but I've only got the one ear that's pink now. This one has been less so, but
that's so funny.
Yeah, it's just been taking a beating.
I tried to find the jury questions. I can't get it pulled up for some reason, so I'll try to find those, and I'll see if I can find those, and we'll do them on the next stream if I can't get them. And thank you so much, Denise. I'm from Georgia originally. I live in Florida now, but I'm from Georgia originally, and the accent comes out, especially when I get to talking fast.
That's awesome. I'm not sure if you want to keep the Burr phone number up or down.
Oh,
I know
I forgot about it.
New stuff coming. The calls are going nonstop. It's good. But,
yeah, I'll take that off because I know you don't want to take calls all during my next stream. So, but I appreciate it. This was fun, and I know that I know you've been on stream all day, and you're probably ready to like take your headphones off and go relax.
I need
for
to
a
see
little
what
bit.
my family looked like and go say hi to them a little bit. I'll try to pop in and listen a little bit tonight during the audio, at least during the open. I appreciate everyone who popped over from the daytime stream to say hi here and subscribe. Congratulations, Brandy, on 5,000. I'm glad I was here for that.
Thank you so much.
That's
Thank you
awesome.
so much.
So have yourself a wonderful stream tonight, and we'll be talking. Well, hopefully you can catch Dr. G tomorrow on our show.
Yes,
I think it's going to be about midday. We'll do our regular 10 a.m. show tomorrow morning, but then about midday we'll have Dr. G on, and that's just going to be awesome. And then we'll have Cordian on Friday. So,
yeah. Oh, that's going to be great. I can't wait. I can't wait for closings. I can't wait for verdict. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate this so much. This was a lot of fun. And
we'll see you.
I will see you tomorrow for Dr. G. Bye.
Awesome. See you, Randy.
All right, y'all. I am about to pop over to the other stream. I think mods, have y'all, normally JT handles the link stuff for me. If y'all have the link for that, let me see, because that's out, and I'm about to swap over to that one. Oh, yeah, Angie, don't go. I need to get that clip of him doing it because it sounds so much better with him doing it than it does with my voice doing it. The other stream is on my channel. I couldn't find it. I'm gonna have to find it. I need somebody to tweet it to me. The other stream is on my channel. If y'all have I think I can put the link up. I have to send over. I have it here. Let me just link y'all over there. I'll portal y'all over there. I think I can do that. And we ended up getting, I'm looking because I'm doing this right now, and we ended up getting 5,067 subscriptions. That's insane. That's insane. It's crazy. All right, let me see. I can portal y'all. Oh, I don't think I can portal you. Okay, I'm gonna pop. It's not letting me do the portal thing. So this is why I need JT for all the technical stuff. I love all the portal emojis. Y'all are awesome. More actions. Let's see. Edit. Ah, dang. I guess I had to do it beforehand. Sorry, guys. I was going to try to get it on there. I can't get it on there. But the I appreciate the love. Y'all are all the sweetest here. Y'all are so great. I will see y'all on the other one. I'm getting over there now.